So Ryota Murata just coming off his victory for the WBA regular world title, which again I do have problems with this regular titles with the WBA because they always say they're trying to get rid of them, but they still keep giving guys opportunities to fight for WBA regular world titles when there's already a world champion at WBA in the middleweight division. All right, now Ryota Murata just beat Hassan Ndam, or as my pops told me, the N in Hassan and Dam and Jikam in those names, it's silent. So it's Hassan Dam Jikam. You know what I mean? The N is silent, So, I just want to pronounce guys' names properly. I mean? I don't like to butcher guys' names. I wouldn't want anybody butchering my name and keep repeating it because there's a correct pronunciation for everybody's name. Just got to get it right. But, Triple G and Gennady Golovkin, Triple G and Ryota Murata could be a fight that could possibly be made in 2018. Ryota Murata would like the winner of the Triple G versus Cannoli, the rematch. He'd like the winner of that fight. And Tom Loeffler has basically said, man, they're willing to go to Japan to face this guy. And I know why they would like to go to Japan. First and foremost, this guy, Ryota Murata, man, versus Hassan and Dam Jikam, man, they fight was viewed by 30 million people in Japan. Now, if you know Japan, if you look at it on the map, I've never been there, but it's basically an island, with other small little islands around it, like Okinawa and these type of places. Actually, even the people who live the longest on planet Earth come from them parts of the world, Japan and Okinawa and these places, And Ryota Murata got 30 million people to view his fight versus Hassan and Dam Jikam. Hassan Dam Jikam. Man, that's a lot of people who watch that fight. That's basically like the whole country. The whole island country of Japan plus the surrounding islands, they viewed that fight. Now I could actually see why Tom Loeffler and K2 would like to take this man Triple G out there. That'd be a massive fight for him. Actually, that's a massive payday too, I'm assuming, because that's a lot of people watching the fight. And Triple G has no qualms. His team have no qualms with going out there, And I'd actually like to see that, As of right now, I got to see how Triple G looks in his last fight, in his next fight versus Cannoli. But that'd be a good fight, man. Good revenue to be made in boxing, and actually will put that's actually will be an event, not just a fight. It'll be a major event, and it'll be good for boxing. In Japan, they do love their boxing. I love watching fighters come out of Japan or watching events in Japan because the fans are enthusiastic and they really appreciate what the fighters do. No other country in the world besides the USA do they boo fighters, you know what I mean? Excuse me. When they don't like what they're doing or the fight isn't action-packed. Only in the United States do they boo fighters. They ain't booing fighters in Japan. Ryota Murata will pack the house, and especially with Triple G coming over there, that'd be a massive payday for both guys, Only conflict would right now would be television and broadcasting. As we all know, Top Rank, Bob Arum, they've separated from HBO. Now they're exclusively on ESPN. And HBO has exclusively signed this guy Triple G to multi-fight deals. So Triple G is not leaving HBO to fight the man Ryota Murata, you know what I mean? Unless they make an exception somehow, some way. I'm not doing the business, the logistics, or the statistics. They know all about that. But in order for that fight to happen, the two networks, whether it's ESPN and HBO, somebody got to give up one of their fighters. And in my opinion, they should actually make that fight. They did show the Ryota Murata versus Hassan Dam Jikam. They showed the fight on ESPN2 early in the morning, Sunday morning at 7:30 in the morning. They could do the same for Triple G, even HBO. But HBO, they're not broadcasting no fights at 7:30 in the morning. They'll do a tape delay. So in my opinion, they need to go over to ESPN and make that fight happen on regular ESPN, and they could actually do it in the morning, no tape delay. Do it live for everybody in the United States to watch this fight. Because Triple G, he knows if 30 people viewed Ryota Murata versus Hassan Jikam in Hassan Dam Jikam, then man, I'm sure he could probably almost make 50 million. 50 million people would view that fight. What about Cannoli? Cannoli, would he go over to Japan? I think he should for that amount of viewership, and especially the kind of revenue they would make out there. One thing about these foreign countries, they appreciate these fighters coming from America, stars in America coming overseas to their country. They'll treat them like gods, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they would have done the same for the man. Andre Ward, if he elected and decided to go fight the man Adonis Stevens in Canada, because sure enough, nobody knows Andre Ward here in the United States, but they damn sure know Andre Ward in Canada, especially in that Montreal hotbed out there of boxing. And you already know they know Adonis Stevenson. Every fight he does is pay-per-view, you know. So this fight right here with Ryota Murata and Triple G, we shall see in 2018, man. But Bob Arum wants that fight. K2 Promotion wants that fight. Let's make it happen. Let's get behind these two guys to make this fight happen, possibly if Triple G can get past Cannoli, you know what I mean? This would be a very good fight for boxing. It'd be a worldwide event, and more eyes on the sport is more better for us. Be Marsh Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm gone. One.